and happy Friday! Thank you for joining me here tonight. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make lovely and quirky hand embroidery kits. And I am here every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. That's 9:30 Eastern and 6:30 Pacific. And it's a time where we can relax and craft together for about an hour. And I work on projects from beginning to end typically. Today is a special day because it is the first Friday of the month. And every first Friday, we stop whatever we're working on and pick up some unfinished project and just try and move it ahead another hour. And it's surprising how just that one extra hour every month working on a project, moves it along, finishes up all those unfinished things that we have laying around. So tonight, you guys, I cleaned up this area and I found this old embroidery that I did. It was, I don't know, maybe even a year ago when we were discussing the thicknesses of the threads, like what one strand of floss looks like compared to 6 strands of floss. So it's kind of like a guide for the thickness of threads. And I thought it would be cool to finish it up, give it a title. And then I also found this cool vintage embroidery hoop, and I thought it would just fit in there just perfectly. So we'll put a little title up there. So we're going to sketch out some type and trace it onto our design here and start stitching it tonight. And I think this will be a nice little piece that I can hang up here just as a quick reference guide to decide how thick I want my threads in an embroidery piece. So thank you for joining me. I'm going to flip you around so we can get started right away here. Okay, I got my light table out for a sec. All right, so I want to show you guys this a little bit closer. Get situated. All right, so here is what we did earlier. So now you can kind of see, I'm using a 6-strand embroidery floss usually. I have my little bin of all my scrap embroidery floss in here, so I'm just grabbing from there. But embroidery floss typically comes in the strands of 6. So here you can see all 6 strands in there. And I always get asked, how many strands should you use? And it really depends on what you want your stitches to look like. So we did a little test of what different numbers of threads look like in the same stitch. So really, the more thread you use, the fatter your stitch is going to be. So for example, here's 1 strand of thread compared to 6 strands of thread. This is without splitting the thread at all into different numbers of strands. So quite a difference. So I mean, you're definitely going to have a bulkier, thick line feel no matter what stitch you use. I'm doing back stitch for all of these, but you're going to get that feel with the 6 strands versus the 1 strand. You can get some really delicate little wispy things probably with that. So we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strands, and then I also have some pearl cotton floss. The size 5 pearl cotton floss, just to see what that looks like. So that's why it says P5. And then also 12 weight thread. So this you can use in a sewing machine, but it's the fat kind. So 12 weight, this is 12 weight 1 strand, what that looks like. And what 12 weight with 2 strands looks like. And then I have some yarn at the bottom there. So it's just kind of neat because 12 weight with 2 strands is kind of almost 4 strands of embroidery floss almost, or maybe 3. So it's just a neat little quick guide that I think would be nice just to have around. So I thought we'd give it a title and figure that out. So what I'm going to do first, I have some paper here, and I just want to quickly maybe we can get a couple things in here. I'm just going to kind of give myself this arch a little bit, and let's just say that I got it. Oops, sorry you guys. I got to get it somewhere in there. Let's just do another one. And then our thread guy would go underneath. For crewel work, that's typically a wool yarn kind of, Gretchen. So I don't know. I think just like floss guide. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to have like a cursive, like we could do. I'm just totally just writing here floss, and then we could do like. So I thought this could maybe be all 6 strands of floss. So this could be like really thick feeling, and maybe we draw this a couple times. I'm just totally just writing in cursive. Um, I think just to keep with the look that we have going on here, I think I'm going to do it all in backstitch, just because I'm showing backstitch as my guide here. This would be fun to do one of these in each type of stitch, like a chain stitch would be cool, or a stem stitch, but this is all backstitch, so I think, why don't we just kind of continue with that? I actually kind of like what this is looking like right now. We could do like floss, some more pen here, like, and then we could do that in 6 strands, and then we could do like 1 strand of like thickness. I don't know, maybe centered. Guide. Something like that. That'd be kind of cute. Let's see, let's just kind of get a sense of what that might look like. Oh, that's really cute. Ooh, I like it kind of like the one kind of tucked up in there so the floss could come, the F could come down like that. Ooh, and this is about the same thickness as this column. All right, you know what? I kind of like just like this. I think let's just keep her moving, I guess. So, oh, and it looks cute like that too. Okay, I'm digging it. This just fits in here really nice. All right, I thought I was gonna have to putz around with that a lot more, but I like it just how it is. So, for the sake of getting stitching faster, I am not even gonna putz around with that anymore. So I have my light table here. You can use a bright window, but I would, I don't have any tape anymore here, but you could tape this to your window and then tape your fabric to it. But let's see, I'm gonna just turn it on here. Oh, Leslie Ann, isn't that hoop just so cute? I think I got this at the Value Village near me, which is just like a thrift shop near me, and it's spring-loaded, so it kind of pulls apart. It's actually really tight. Let me try and pull this apart here. There we go. And it's got like this cork padding in here. But yeah, I just, every once in a while, I'll check out the craft section at these thrift stores if they have them, and if I find a little vintage hoop like this, I get it. But all right, so I'm going to just plop this on here, kind of where I think it's good. Kind of like that is cute. Let's just double check what it looks like. I'm gonna just grab the inner hoop here. Maybe up a little higher. I kind of like it tucked in a little bit. I'm getting a little picky here now. All right, I think that is kind of cute right there. So all I'm going to do is just trace this, and I might even just trace it with my pencil. You can use a water-soluble marker or something like that, but I just, I'm going to stitch this in the 6 strands, so I know I'll cover it up for sure. I just don't want to bother with having to get this all wet and stuff to get rid of the marking pen, the water-soluble marking pen. So I'm just going to use a sharp pencil here. And I wouldn't do this if I was using like white floss, but I think I'm going to use that purple. I think that purple will look cute. So I'm just tracing around my design here. You could definitely just like photocopy this to some Fabri-Solvi if you didn't want to do it this way. Oh, my text is pretty messy, so we're gonna have to update it a little bit. Like, okay, so we're gonna get that L coming out from here. So this would be kind of a fun bit of type to like add some thicks and thins in, but I think for the sake of just this piece, I'm going to only use the back stitch, so it'll be all the same thickness, the text itself. Like it won't have like, it won't be a fat line coming down and thinner going up like calligraphy or something like that. It's just gonna all look the same. I like these big kind of S's. That's kind of cute. Hopefully I can see this. I'm gonna just turn this off quick. Oh yeah, can totally see that. Do you realize the material doesn't fit in the hoop? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Oh, like these extra floss strands. I'm gonna get rid of those because I never wove in the ends for this, so I'm gonna weave in those ends. I don't know how far we'll get on this tonight. I don't think we'll finish, but we might get close. Floss. Make sure I spelled this right. My eye doesn't have any serifs on it, or crossbars. But you could do this with handwriting and stuff too. I mean, I guess this is handwriting, but someone else's handwriting. Make it a little bit bigger and stitch it on. It's going to be tough stitching this little bit here, but it'll be just that one thickness. It all fits, I think. There we go. Yeah, see, so it'll all fit in this hoop, and then this is the outer hoop. So that's how we'll do it. All this is, we'll weave in all these threads here. I think we'll stitch it in that hoop too. I've never stitched in a hoop like that, so that'll be kind of fun. G-U-I-D. Okay, hopefully I spelled all this right because I always freak out about that a little bit. All right, let's close this. Oh, I always think the switch is on the top, but there, oh dang, I think that's awfully cute. All right, I'm digging it. Moving along quick here. So let's get rid of the light table here. Just gonna scooch that up. And the first thing I'm gonna do is I wanna just tuck in all these edges. So these are all my away knots. So in theory, I'll have like all these little bits to weave in. It looks like I did that in a few, but not all. And I don't wanna leave those. So I'm just gonna snip off all these away knots, and we'll start off by weaving all those in. I'll get it in the hoop first, and then we'll weave it in. Oh, you have your embroidery cheat sheet handy. Nice. Yep, with this, I'm just going to do the back stitch, but this would be fun to do with like a sampler of this with all different stitches. I do think it is kind of valuable seeing the different the widths, the thicknesses of the floss. It's, sometimes, ooh, did I miss one? Yeah. Those might be decisions that you want to make in a nice big embroidery. Like maybe you want like little thin blades of grass and a thick flower stem or something. All right, I'm just tucking this in, basically. Let's throw our bottom hoop on. So we can always adjust this later, like if it moves. I might actually scooch it down a little bit so there's more area to stitch. Oh, but we gotta weave in those ends. Let's just try and frame it. This is so strong and tight, the outer hoop here, so I might have to adjust to get it centered, although we did a pretty good job there from the get-go. Kind of right at the top here, which I don't really like. I'm gonna have to like just trim this, right? Yeah, I don't know. In theory, I want a little bit more fabric on top there. Ultimately, once we put it in the hoop, or once we're done, once I put in the hoop forever. So I'll probably actually scooch this all up later, but for now, just for stitching, it's nice to have a bigger area to work in here. So, all right, first I'm just gonna weave in those ends. Now we got them all there. So I'm gonna grab a needle. Got some embroidery needles here. Oh yes, so an embroidery sampler like that. That would actually be fun to do one of those. Oh, there's a little fly around here. It's probably coming into frame. It's not a fruit fly, but it's a different little fly. Out of here. All right, so I am just going to weave in these ends. Okay, seriously, little fly. So this is just going to be like a little wall hanging, I think, ultimately. Ooh, these ends are pretty short. I'm trying to weave this in the other way. And we're just going to go back and forth twice on this one. So I probably won't finish this tonight, although maybe when I'm back on Monday, maybe I'll finish it. I have some family that came to town tonight, so I may cut this a little short and then go hang out with them. But I wanna get stitching some of that type though. I think that's gonna be fun. It's actually not much to do here. Oh, it feels good to just get a project out though that's been sitting around. And I mean, like, we just did this for fun, just as a test to see the different stitches. I never really intended this to be anything, but we got done stitching for the night, and I threw it in a bin, or I just, it was just near me here. Okay, fly. And found it when I was cleaning, and I'm like, you know what? That would be cute as a wall hanging. And look, I got this other vintage hoop too. Bonus. Oh yeah, this is the perfect finish it Friday something. Just like something where there's not much to do. You're using up other stuff you got laying around, like this hoop, and I feel like we're honoring it a little bit by working on it. That's what I kind of like about Finish It Fridays. And it's just, this is like a quick project. It's not like we're working on part of a quilt that it's going to have 100 Finish It Fridays to finish it. So this may start to get difficult here. So now we're in 6 strands. The more strands, the harder it's going to be to put through this needle, but we're going pretty well yet. That yarn, I'm worried about that yarn. I think I might have a fatter needle hanging out here. I'll have to get Zeb out, see if there is a fatter needle on there to do that. All right, just a couple more. Ooh, this is pretty thick too. Got it though. That pinch method really works. Squish that thread in there. Ooh, that's thick. I bet you this was, I can't remember because this was so long ago, but I bet this was not the easiest to stitch. So that's the other thing, the thicker your stitches get, or the thicker your thread gets, depending on how tightly woven your fabric is, it could get pretty difficult to stitch through the fabric, to pull your needle through the fabric. I bet you with that pearl cotton floss, that was probably difficult. I'm using like this muslin fabric that's got a pretty loose weave to it compared to a quilting weight fabric, so that was probably helpful. Tangled up here. All right, yeah, so I think I'm going to use this purple here because I think this is going to be like a pretty transition into this blue, and then it transitions into the green at the end, so I think that'll be kind of a neat little ombre effect a little bit. Okay, now I have 2 strands of 12 weight thread. So I'm getting close to the edge here. It's a little more difficult to stitch. Oh, I'm glad I'm using this vintage hoop. This is one of those things that I just bought and, had no plan for it whatsoever. Figured I'd find a project for it at some point. I'm going to try and get this in my embroidery needle, so I'm really squishing it. I'm going to give it a nice clean edge. This is some fat wool yarn I think I have here. Let's see if I can get in there. Ha! Success. All right, good. Just weave it back and forth once or twice here. Ugh. All right, I think that's probably good enough. Okay, on to the text. But there we go. Now we have a nice clean back, all tucked in. All right, let's just start with this floss figure. Maybe we'll do thickness guide a different color, but I think I might just keep it all the same. All right, so I'm gonna get, I don't know, maybe 24 inches or so. I doubt this will be enough for the whole word, but we'll see where it gets us. I got like a tangled mess here. So I'm not splitting the floss. I want it to feel, you know, like we got the 6 strand versus the 1 strand for thickness guide. So we have some thick and thin things going on. All right, I am gonna do, no way not though, because we don't really have anything to weave it in up here. All right, so I'm gonna kind of stick the needle in down like over here. Ooh, yeah. So it's a thicker, 6 strands is thicker than I normally use, so it definitely feels different. I have to tug a little bit more, getting it through the fabric, but let's do some back stitches. And I did pretty big back stitches here because I wanted to kind of cover some ground. Oh, so I didn't catch all of this conversation, but are we talking about like that this is a metal frame and it can rust a little? You know, I already noticed a little bit. It didn't rust, but it did get my fabric a little dirty already when I had it in the hoop. I mean, I didn't clean it. Oh, you can kind of see right here. I didn't clean it or anything. So I'm gonna keep it in this hoop. So I'm just not gonna worry about it. You know, this isn't some perfect, lovely, beautiful, hand-me-down, vintage, whatever project that I'm working on. It's just this fun little stitch guide. So if it rusts, it rusts, you know. But I suppose you could maybe wrap the inner hoop. Then at least that would be protected with fabric. But honestly, this metal hoop is so tight on here that I'm not sure you'd be able to wrap it and get it on again. Oh yeah, I don't know if you could treat the metal. I never thought about that before. Oh, this is gonna look so cute. I like the idea of this fat floss on top here, and then we use the really skinny floss for thickness guide. I think that's gonna be kind of cool. So let's see, maybe we can get this floss word written tonight, and we'll see if we get any of the other stuff done. But you know, this just has barely anything to do yet. Like I'd like to just finish it. Not tonight because that'll take too long. But I think I'd like to just come back on Monday and work on it again, because all I really want to do is the type. And ooh, my thing is being goofy. Okay, sorry about that. I want to stitch this type on, and then I'll finish the back a little bit. Oh, you remember using this type? The oval shape fits your hands. Yeah, I've never stitched on an oval like this before, so it's kind of fun. The neat thing about these spring-loaded vintage hoops like this is that it doesn't have that screw closure, so there's nothing to really snag your thread on when you're stitching, so that's kind of cool. At least not easily. Oh, you're shocked that I'm not using the coral color. I do really love that color, but this, I'm just kind of sticking to these kind of cool blues. I feel like the purple kind of leads into the blue, which leads into that little green at the end. I think maybe the the pink would have been, or that coral would have been cute too, I'm sure. But I'm liking this. Yeah, I'm running out of thread already. This would have been cute in another stitch too, but I am just kind of sticking to the back stitch since that's kind of what I did through this whole piece. Gosh, we could just really add a whole pile of decorative stuff around here too if we wanted, but I think I'm going to just keep it simple. I think this will be a good enough example to show how you can play with thicknesses. Just the fat type for floss and the skinny type, the one strand type for thickness guide. Fun to just stitch. But yeah, I think let's do that. Let's just next week we'll just finish this up because I don't think that'll take that long, and this would be cute to just have around. Good reference. Thanks, Terry. Oh, I did a video once on how to get nice, even stitches, Arloa. We should do another video on that for sure. Right now, I'm just trying to go super speed. See how quickly I can stitch this. Man, I'm almost out of floss. I'm not even going to get through 2 letters, I don't think. Although that F has a lot of stuff happening with it. Cute, though. I like it. Oh, the year on it. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I actually don't know what year we made this guy, like the other part of it. I'll have to look that up on YouTube. I think we'll probably just keep it like this. But even like that one strand would be fun for just putting the year, like hide the year on projects somewhere. Almost out of floss. Alright, I'm going to just make one little, just going to make one little stitch at the top, but I think we'll just come down the other way right away. Yeah, that'll be fine. And I think that's my last stitch here. Let's weave in these ends and start up a new thing of floss. Look at it from the back. Now it looks super thick. It's almost like a stem stitch on the back. But look at it, like, let's pretend this is a stem stitch. Look how fat and pretty it is, you know? That would be, with 6 strands of embroidery floss, that would be really fun to do on a project. Just really fat, pretty, organic looking line. Alright, I'm going to just, we can snip this up too. Let's do this guy right away. Yeah, I'm going to wait. I'm going to keep stitching. I'll wait to take that off later. Let's get, oh gosh, what a mess. Do some. Let's just get some more thread and get stitching right away. Oh, I'm in a hurry tonight. I just want to like get this text done. I don't think I will. I know I'm like speed stitching tonight. All right, I think I'm going to weave in here. Just like the idea of getting a project done. I want to get it done as soon as I can. Just trying to grab as many stitches as I can here. Oh, came out a little bit there, but that's okay. I'm actually going to just snip that. All right. Oh, seeing my long sleeves. Yeah, it's some. Oh gosh, it's been so beautiful out. It's been definitely early fall feeling, but still with some heat of late summer. So it's just been really really nice. Um, my long sleeves feel good now. They were a little much earlier today, but it felt like I should be wearing them. It felt fallish enough to wear them. I know it is Finish It Friday, right? I want to finish this guy. I'm just seeing how fast I can stitch this floss word. Oh, 71 degrees by you. Yep, that's about what it is by us here. I think it must have gotten warmer than that though. It was pretty toasty, a little like in the afternoon today, but not so horrible. All right, how should I do this? Oh, oops. I think I got a little loop in there. Oh no. I think we'll just keep swooping up to the top. Oops. Oh, sorry, you guys. I'm missing some of what you're saying here. Oh, are you talking about the Bet's White project? Yeah. So the thing with that one is, you are paying for. It's a year-long stitch along. Really, we're just going to be doing one of the fall projects here, and it should go pretty fast too. And it is for the whole year. So all the spring and summer ones have already been released, but they are just so adorable. So if you really like those like ceramic like holiday houses and all that sort of thing, it's definitely in line with those. Like I could just see these around like these cute, adorable little houses. So it is one of those projects that you'll have the access to it forever and that sort of thing. So if something like that sounds cute, I teamed up with her to do our little videos of those here. I think it's going to be really cute. So the one that we are doing has not been. Oh, you adore your little villages, yes, yeah. They are really cute. We have a cousin that has a lot of the Christmas ones, and they're just so sweet. But yeah, so ours will be fall related because it's in the fall grouping. It's grouped by season basically, and I think there's three per season. I think. So we are doing the second one of fall, I believe. So I'm excited to see what that's going to be. Exciting. Oh yeah, Lucy. That's kind of how I feel. We don't put a lot of stuff out for holidays just because I mean we have this small tiny house and it's filled with like all this crafty stuff already. Like all of my art supplies, craft supplies are all over. I mean, like where we're here right now, I've taken up the tiniest dining space that we have. It's basically part of the kitchen here. So I'm like in this nook here. Our bedrooms in this house have been taken over by supplies, and so I'm on kind of the non-clutter bandwagon right now if I can do it because we have just so much other clutter. Oh, so I sent out an email about the Betts's. I think it's called the Little Felt Village Stitch Along. I sent an email out. I will definitely send an email out once we get closer to doing it. The one that I will be working on will be released September 23rd, I believe. Yeah, so it is a year-long project. However, you can just pick and choose whatever you want to do, and that's all I'm going to be doing. So, I mean, in the sense of that, you'll get all the patterns, and she's releasing them with the seasons. But once it's done, you'll have access to them. And like, I was looking at the summer ones, and they are freaking cute. So I could see, setting some out in the. They'd be really cute. Like little centerpiece display on a table or something, and you can change out for the seasons or something. Anyway, I thought they were so cute, and I think they'll be just really quick projects, or project. We're only going to do one. I'm going to just stitch in the back of this to get down low. And I think they'll go pretty fast, too. So I'm excited about that. So it is felt and embroidery. Oh, nope, so this is not. That's Heidi Boyd, who we did her unicorn. So this is another person that does some felt stuff. So it's Betz White. So Betz. Betz is her first name, and then White. If you Google that and like Lil, like Lil, and then Felt Village, you'll probably be guided to where you need to be. And again, I will send out another email about it. I did send out, if you got my last email from a couple days ago or so, I put links and some pictures of what they look like in there. The ones that were released so far. Oh my God, there's an ice cream shop one that has this ice cream cone on top. Oh my God, it's so cute. I might have to do a summer one too. We'll see. They are really cute. Oh, I hope I have enough floss. I might just have enough here. But yeah, so we'll be doing that. Oh, no, Betz, letter B. A letter B as in boy, and then a Z at the end, not an S. Oh, are you looking at them, Gretchen? Yeah, they're adorable. All right, we're almost there. Oh, thingies. is that going in my dictionary? I for sure say that a lot. All right, so I'm going to get this last little swoop, and we totally have enough floss. And I will start stitching that thickness. I don't think we'll finish that, though. We will see. But yay, I'm glad I finished this part. All right. Cute. Oh, and then supplies-wise, she does also, on top of the instructions, have a kit for like per season. So you have all the wool blend felt and floss and stuff that you might need, and some of those extra special things like, I don't know, some tacky glue or something. I'm going to try and find all that stuff from Joann's, and I'll probably do a newsletter about it before we start if you wanted to try and do that. Oh, now let's weave in this end. But there is that option of her bundle of stuff too, which is awfully pretty. And then you don't have to look around for it. Actually, now that I'm thinking about that, might be the cheaper way to go about it versus spending tons of time trying to find stuff. But I don't know. I think it's going to be fun and easy, and they just look so sweet. You have a lot of wool for applique. Oh, dang, Barbara. Then yes, for sure. You probably have everything that you need already. Oh, your felt unicorn watches you when you sew. Oh, that's so funny. Because she watches me when I work too. He's in my office. Oh, cool, Gretchen. Yes, so take a look at it. The other nice thing is that it's on Teachable. That's the platform that it's on. And I don't know if you've ever taken a class on Teachable, but everything is laid out in nice steps, and it shows how your progress, and if you've missed a little lesson, or you can see everything that you've done so far, and it's just kind of a neat way to do online classes. All right, this is a mess. So should I get a new color? I kind of want to do a new color. Nah, we're gonna keep the same just because I want people, like I want you to see without any other variables what one strand looks like next to the 6 strands. So changing color would maybe change a variable. So let's just stick to this same color. So I'm going to pull one strand out of here. So this thickness guide, I want just one strand. So zoop. Yeah, I think it's kind of new. Well, maybe it's not that new. It's Teachable has a lot of craft type classes, but I think you can take like photography and all this other stuff. But so that's just it works well for what she's doing. So instead of like having it all on her website, it's on this Teachable website. So I'm going to just weave an end here. Oh gosh, one strand is so little. So different. Oh, yeah, it's only cheap craft felt. Yeah, that's what I'm a little worried about by looking at Joanne's. So I might have to look beforehand. So what Betts recommends for the project is a wool blend. And apparently you can get those more available than like wool fabric or something. So, or wool felt, I mean. So I'm going to look around for a wool blend, so like a wool and like polyester blend or something. So that's her recommendations. I think she said that cheap, just that cheap craft felt that is only, I don't know, polyester or whatever it's made out of. She said that doesn't hold the structure as well as a wool-based one, I guess. Is it a subscription site? No. Oh, like you have to pay every month or something? I don't think so, Jenna. I think you just pay. Actually, I know so. Actually, it probably depends on how the teacher does it for each class. But for Betts's, it's a one-time fee. You don't have to pay Teachable to use the service or anything. You're just paying for the class, and it's hosted on Teachable. So no, you will not have to pay. Acrylic felt. You'll not have to pay, a monthly fee or anything to use Teachable. So that's really nice because, I am so over monthly fees for everything. There's children's felt, then there's adult felt. So actually, if you find wool felt, like 100% wool felt, dang, that stuff is nice. But that probably gets a little on the expensive side. So I guess there's an acrylic. Oh yeah, so it must be acrylic. An acrylic and wool blend. So if you were gonna look on, Amazon or something, I would put I would put wool blend felt, and make sure that it has it in the description. And again, I don't know what our project is, so I don't know what colors I'll need yet. But she does have that kit that has it all in, all the felt that you might need. So I'll throw, if you guys are interested, I will throw the link up onto the Facebook page here when we're done here. So if you use that link, that would be even better. Wool blend would be okay. Yes. So I think that's what she recommends, is that a wool blend. I think probably because it's probably way cheaper than actual wool felt. That stuff's expensive, but nice. Just not that acrylic blend. So we'll see. I think it's gonna be really fun. Just what she specifically does, Betts, in her details of cute little embroidered details on felt are so just stinking cute. And I think that's really what I'm looking forward to. And I just like when objects end up being 3D objects. I think that's cool. Yes, I'm doing the fall felt. There's 3 for fall, but I am doing
I am doing, I think, the second one for fall. I'm doing the one that's going to be released on September 23rd. So I'll probably get supplies on September 23rd, and then we might start stitching on the 24th. But yeah, I'll throw the link up because then you guys won't have to look. They are really cute though. So I am gonna warn you, it's could feel a little pricey, but I think for what you get, because how cute these things are, and you get like for the full year, and I know just the work that she put into just make these just the most adorable things ever. I think it's totally worth the price. And Teachable is such a good platform for learning stuff on. But I think it'll be really fun. And then maybe we'll do another one too, because you get all of them. So when you do get it though, you'll get everything from spring and summer, because she already did spring and summer. So you'll get a little head start. You can do some of those. But we will only be doing that one fall one here, unless we decide to do another one, because they are pretty adorable. Dang, we might even get this stitch tonight. Like, speed stitching is paying off, maybe. Just such a cute idea, because it does, for me, feel like those little ceramic villages. So for these S's that I'm doing right now, and the C, I'm trying to put more stitches in, smaller stitches, so I can get those curves, because this type is pretty dang small. Pretty small, but man, what a difference between 1 strand and 6 strands. All right, I'm gonna jump down to this E. Let's see if we can get these. Oh yes, so she does have, so that's something else to look at for Bet's White. She has all these adorable holiday ornaments, and one is a sewing machine, and it's a felt sewing machine, and I believe, if I remember right, Gretchen, you're looking at it, so you can confirm this or not, but it's from last year, I think, and it's 3D, like it's a 3D sewing machine. I think it's not just flat, if I remember right. I think she has a shoe too, which is cool. Just so dang freaking cute. She's a blueprint teacher as well. That used to be Craftsy, if you remember that. It's one of those video places, like for like YouTube videos of crafting. So she's done some of those videos too. All right, we are totally gonna wrap up the stitching. I'm excited. Then maybe I'll take it out of this frame, or I'll try and at least center it a little bit more, and then I'll probably just leave it in the frame. And then on Monday we can finish up the back and trim all the excess fabric. And I have a little bit more of an idea of what I want to do next week too. I kind of want to prep a bunch of stuff for the Splendid Sampler to quilt. Like, I'm doing the quilt as you go, and I thought it'd be nice just to have like my background pieces cut, just a pile of squares cut for that, and make sure all our sashing is cut and all that. I kind of want to just do that because I have these bolts of fabric sitting in the the kitchen here, and it's kind of driving me crazy. So I thought, I could cut up all my batting pieces. I could cut up, into the squares. I could cut up, what I need for the back, count up how many more we will need, and just get all that done. Oh, she has a gingerbread and a dog ornament too. Yeah, she does cute stuff. All right. We're totally finishing this. Yeah. Getting her done tonight. Oh, I'm just so happy I'm making this into a project and using this hoop all in one bout. There, and we've pretty much covered up all the pencil marks, so I don't think we can see that. Look, it's so cute! All right, I'm gonna weave in this end. Oh my gosh, look at the difference on the back. Totally different. Look how fat these stitches are, and this is just totally flat against it looks like hieroglyphics or something. I'm gonna just weave in the backs of these stitches. So cute! I'm really happy with this. All right. I am excited about this. All right. I do want to scooch it. I'm going to get you guys a little higher here. I do want to scooch it up a hair, just because I think it's a little low, and I want more fabric here. So I think I'm going to pop it out. It is a strong hoop. There, I think that's better. Come on. There we go. Just want to make sure I'm pulling up this. Ugh, it's still not a ton, but better than before. I want enough so I can like stitch around the edge. So I think there will be good. But yeah, this is a strong hoop. I just want to make sure it's kind of centered. It's kind of a weird shape, like it's straighter here and bubblier here, the hoop. But oh well. I'm gonna center as best I can. I did get a little bit dirty there from the hoop, and I didn't even really need to iron this or anything because the hoop is, me stretching it over the hoop is kind of doing the job. Oh my gosh, I freaking love it. It's so cute. But yeah, look at the you really get a sense of that, though, the thickness, the difference of, think of all what you could use this for. This adds a whole nother dimension to an embroidered piece, really, if you're not stitching all the same thread width or the thread strands for the whole piece. Like, look at the different textures here. It's just cool. It opens up another level of options, I think. Thinking about it, so this will be a good reminder for me because I don't do that often. I don't typically change the number of threads I use during a project, but this will be a good reminder to have this hanging by me that like, hey, I could do something like that. I could switch up the floss a little bit. I love, you'll read floss from far away because it's big and thick. I just think that's fun. All right, so on a Monday, I will trim all this, and we'll do that thing where we weave in all the edges and scrunch it up. So it will hold all the fabric. We'll trim all the excess, but it will hold all the fabric kind of in. So you'll only see the cute frame, and then maybe we'll try and, I don't know, get a ribbon on. I should have probably maybe closed this with a ribbon in it, but we could probably still do that. Like stick a ribbon in here before I put the hoop on. I think we'll probably do that, so I'll have to remember to get a ribbon for that. But okay, I'm happy with that. That is a good finish at Friday right there. Finishing that up. All right, so I'm going to flip you guys around, and we will call it an evening here. All right, I just really like how that turned out. Okay, we're a little wiggly, sorry. Okay. All right, but here we are. So cute. Oh, that little vintage frame is so sweet, and I've never stitched anything in an oval frame like that before, too. So, I think that's just going to look darling. And again, it's just nice to have, this is something I can refer back to if I, want to test thicknesses. So yeah, yep, under 60 minutes, too, just filling in that type there. Oh, I just love how different it looks, though, the different thread counts. Awesome. So we'll finish this up easy peasy tomorrow or on Monday, and that is a finished project. Ha ha. I am stoked about that. So awesome, you guys. I will get this up on YouTube tonight. And I will put that, right after we're done here, I'll put that link to Bet's White's little felt, oh gosh, what's it called? Felt Village. Little Felt Village link so you guys can check out more there. It is freaking darling. And I also talked about it in my last email. So if you got that email, the email where I talk about this project, that we were going to do this today for Friday, if you scroll down in that email, I talk about Bet's project, and I put a bunch of cute photos in there of it too. So awesome, you guys. Thank you again for joining me, and have a great weekend. Good night.